Now, we know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, isn't the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro supposed to be a great smartwatch? Why are we talking about the dark side? Well, my friends, let me tell you, after 9 months of using this thing, there are definitely some things that we need to discuss. So, we've had the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro for 9 months now, and we've been using it almost every day. At first, we were blown away by its features, and we were convinced that it was the best smartwatch on the market. However, as time went on, we started to notice one issue that we just can't ignore. Yes, you heard that right. But before that, let's talk about the main features of the watch. With a titanium case and sapphire glass, this smartwatch is practically indestructible, and we love that. It's perfect for those of us who are constantly on the go and need a watch that can keep up with our active lifestyles. Plus, that large battery is a game changer. No more worrying about your watch dying halfway through your morning jog. But as the saying goes, you can't have it all. The absence of the physical bezel is definitely a bummer. It's a classic feature that we've grown to love and rely on. Sure, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro has a touch-sensitive bezel that works just fine, but it's just not the same. We miss the satisfying click and tactile feedback of the physical bezel. When it comes to the design, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro doesn't offer a ton of options. It only comes in one size, 45mm, and two color options, gray titanium and black titanium. We can't help but feel a little disappointed by this lack of variety. We all have different tastes and preferences, and it would have been nice to have more options to choose from. As for the straps, there are only two colors available, black and gray. While these are classic, neutral colors that will go with just about anything, we can't help but wish there were more options available. Maybe a pop of color or a fun pattern would have been a nice touch. Now, let's talk about the price. At $499.99, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro is definitely not cheap. However, it's important to note that it can often be found on sale. Plus, if you trade in an eligible Samsung wearable, you can further reduce the cost of the newer watch. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the missing physical bezel. The software-based bezel on the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro takes a bit of getting used to, but it's not all bad news. It does free up a bit of real estate on the watch face, and we found ourselves appreciating the extra space for notifications and apps. Plus, the touch navigation is generally smooth and intuitive. But, as we mentioned earlier, things can get a bit slippery with sweaty hands. And let's be real, who wants to take off their gloves on a winter hike just to check the time? Speaking of hiking, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro really shines in outdoor activities. The added hiking feature like elevation tracking, route navigation, and GPS tracking make it a worthy competitor to Garmin's lineup. And thanks to the rugged build and water resistance, you don't have to worry about it getting damaged in the great outdoors. We'd love to see Samsung add more activity profiles in the future, but for now, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro covers the basics and then some. Battery life. Let's be real, we're all constantly on the go, and our devices need to keep up with us. That's why the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro's improved battery life and faster charging are a godsend. We don't have time to sit around waiting for our gadgets to juice up, and Samsung seems to have recognized that. With up to 20 hours of battery life in GPS mode and the ability to charge up to 45% in just 30 minutes, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro is a game changer for those of us who rely on our wearables to track our health and fitness stats. Sure, the base Galaxy Watch 5 doesn't fare quite as well when it comes to battery life, but with a smaller battery, that's to be expected. The Pro model, on the other hand, is certainly holding its own against competitors like Fitbit and Garmin. And let's not forget about the faster charging. With 10-watt wireless charging, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro charges up faster than its predecessor, the Galaxy Watch 4. We put Samsung's claim to the test, and while it fell just short of 45%, it still charged up quickly and efficiently. Plus, the fact that a full charge only takes about 90 minutes is a major win for those of us who are always on the go. Now, shift our attention to the smart features of the watch. Smart features. Now let's dive into the smartwatch features of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. When it comes to smart features, this watch is an absolute beast, leaving even the best multi-sport GPS watches in the dust. For starters, you can get LTE connectivity, which is a rare find in fitness watches, and it'll only cost you an extra $50. And let me tell you, the LTE connectivity gives you some seriously superior emergency calling features. Of course, this is all dependent on your area's cellular signal. But wait, there's more. With apps like Spotify and YouTube Music, you can easily stream music or download offline playlists directly to the watch. Plus, with Assistant or Bixby, you can control your smart home straight from your wrist. It's like you're living in the future. However, there's one caveat. The Pro works best with the Samsung phone. To make use of all the health features, you'll need the Samsung Health app, and only Samsung phone owners can use the EKG feature. And while Samsung Pay is still hard-coded if you hold the lower button, there's no option in the Galaxy Wearable app to switch it out for Google Wallet. But hey, you can swap out Bixby for Google Assistant, so that's a win. The Pro's most interesting fitness features are turn-by-turn route navigation and trackback, which are vital for trail runners, hikers, cyclists, and campers. And while custom route navigation and trackback are GPS watch staples, Samsung's execution feels a little half-baked. For instance, turn-by-turn route navigation requires you to import GPX files, and the process is a bit clunky. But once you get past the setup process, it works like a charm. Finally, let's talk health features. While Samsung Health's sleep tracking still has a few issues, it's mostly fine. It can tell when you're sleeping versus when you're awake in bed. But Samsung's new sleep coaching feature is a total game changer. After logging 5 weeknights and 2 weekend nights of sleep, you can embark on a 6-week program to improve your sleeping habits. You even get assigned a representative animal to visualize your sleep patterns. It's like having a sleep coach right on your wrist. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro's smartwatch features are impressive. Some need a bit of refining. And as long as you're a Samsung phone owner, you'll have a plethora of apps and features at your fingertips. Despite the features, there's still a dark side. Yeah, you heard that right. Dark side. We've been using the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro for 9 months now, and we've come to the conclusion that it is a great smartwatch, but it's not without its flaws. Here are some of the dark sides of the watch that we have experienced. The watch is very expensive. It costs $499, which is significantly more expensive than other smartwatches on the market. The battery life is not as good as we expected. We get about 24 hours of battery life on a single charge, which is not enough for some people. The watch is not compatible with all Android phones. It only works with phones that are running Android 8.0 or later. The watch is a bit bulky, and it can be uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time. The watch is not as water resistant as we would like it to be. It is only water resistant to 50 meters, which means you can't wear it swimming or diving. Overall, we are still happy with the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, but we would have liked to see some of the dark sides of the watch improve. If you're looking for a high-end smartwatch with all the bells and whistles, then the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro may be a good option for you. However, if you're on a budget or you're looking for a more comfortable and water-resistant smartwatch, then you may want to consider other options. Thanks for watching. We hope this review of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro was helpful in your search for a new smartwatch. If you're interested in more tech reviews and videos like this, please visit our channel and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates.